Most people think influence is about control. It's not. Control is loud. Real influence is invisible. You don't force people. You don't trick them. You don't dominate them. You align with how the human mind already works. So people choose to move in your direction. In this video, you'll learn how to influence anyone without manipulation, without deception, and without losing your integrity. 1. Why people think control works. Let's be honest. Everyone wants power. Everyone wants to be respected, listened to, taken seriously. So they try to control others. They interrupt. They pressure. They argue harder. And it fails because the human brain is wired to resist pressure. The moment someone feels controlled, they pull away, not because they disagree, but because they want autonomy. So the real question isn't, how do I control people? It's, how do I remove resistance? Because when resistance disappears, influence begins. 2. The first principle. People want to feel understood. Before someone listens to you, they need to feel seen. Most people don't listen. They wait for their turn to talk. That's why they have no influence. If you want to stand out instantly, do this. Listen deeper than expected. Not just to words, but to emotions. When someone says, "I'm fine," you'll hear the hesitation. When someone explains something, you reflect it back. So what you're really saying is, this matters to you because that one sentence changes everything. Because now they feel understood. And once someone feels understood, they lower their guard. 3. The second principle. Never attack the ego. If you challenge someone directly, you don't change their mind. You trigger their ego. And once ego is activated, logic is gone. So instead of saying, "You're wrong," say, "That's interesting. I used to think the same. Then I saw something different." Now you're not attacking. You're guiding. People don't resist when they feel safe. They resist when they feel exposed. So your goal is simple. Protect their ego while shifting their perspective. 4. The third principle. Give people the illusion of control. Here's something most people don't realize. People don't need control. They need the feeling of control. So instead of telling someone what to do, offer choices, not unlimited choices, structured choices. For example, instead of saying, "Do this now," say, "Would you prefer to start today or tomorrow morning?" Now they feel in control, but the outcome is still aligned with your direction. This is not manipulation. This is intelligent communication, because you're respecting autonomy while guiding action. 5. The fourth principle. Become the calmest person in the room. Emotions are contagious. If you react, you lose influence. If you stay calm, you control the frame. Most people are driven by emotion. So, when you remain steady, grounded, and composed, you naturally become the reference point. People start adjusting to you, not because you force them, but because stability attracts trust. Calm is power, not loudness, not aggression. Control yourself, and others will follow your lead. 6. The fifth principle. Ask. Don't force. The fastest way to influence someone is not telling. It's asking, because Questions bypass resistance. Instead of saying, "You should change this," ask, "Why? What do you think would happen if you tried a different approach?" Now, their brain starts working. And when people reach conclusions on their own, they believe them more deeply. This is the difference between pressure and persuasion. 7. The final truth. Influence is not about controlling people. It's about understanding them so well that resistance disappears. You don't overpower. You align. You don't force. You guide. And the most powerful part, when done right, people won't feel controlled. They'll feel respected, and they'll choose to follow your direction without you ever asking twice. If you master this, you don't just influence conversations. You influence outcomes. But remember, real power isn't in controlling others. It's in controlling yourself first. Because the person who controls themselves never needs to control anyone else.